Hello, Aries. Hope you are doing fab. I'm feeling great. We're checking in for your energies for mid-November and seeing what is happening for you and how your past is currently impacting you presently and where things are leading. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Feel welcome to check out your other zodiac elements in your chart if this one may not resonate. Importantly, this is a general reading and a timeless one. So, Aries, welcome to Soulvine. I'm Jamie. If we haven't met, I'm excited that you are here and to support your journey today. So let's see what's happening. We're going to pull out some moon cards as we've got here, and then we'll be connecting in further and clarifying as well. Okay. I don't know if some of you have Earth in your chart or Taurus energy, but I feel like this has a similar element to it. So just check in there if you do have any Taurus energy. So, Aries, you're very close to achieving your goal. Now, this is awesome, right? When we look at a gibbous moon, this is just before the full moon. So it's like something is about to come to fruition. Something is going to shine a light on in a new way what's happening, what's coming, what's eventuating. And if you've been feeling it super close to something, you feel it in your bones, you feel it in your energy, you feel it in your vibes. Spirit's confirming that for you. If it hasn't happened already, because this is in relation to past energy, it's just saying like, hold on there. And kicking up next is hold your vision. So this is furthermore just validating that it's right here, it's right there. You know it's close. This is not a time to give up, to give in. This is a time to stay clear, focused, and in sight of holding on to your dreams and goals, because you will be acquiring it. If your energy is wavering, if you're questioning, can you pull it off? Can you make this happen? Your worth, because maybe you shared about this success, something that you're leading in, something that you're acquiring or becoming or doing, and you're feeling right now, shit, like this is taking a while. You might find that you go from 0 to 100 next week, okay? But whatever's happening here, and when I say 0 to 100, just how quickly things can accelerate, okay? But along the path, along the journey, where you may feel challenged, it's letting you know that you are good enough. This is coming, this is arriving, this is going to happen. But keep the faith along the way. Keep the faith along your path and journey, okay? All right, what else is happening here? We're going to further clarify. You've got the Knight of Inspiration energy. So this means like there's momentum. There's definitely momentum here. I think you've been feeling it. You've been a part of it. You know this, Aries. Just to let you know, we don't do reversals. We just connect into the energy overall and what story they tell. Okay, so Knight of Inspiration here with the Seven of Emotions. Whatever's happening, I feel like there's been a lot of action, a lot of things happening. But a part of you is like, you're starting to see other things, other potential, other opportunities, and you're contemplating it. Spirit's letting you know deviation is not where it's at right now. Keep working on what you have, where you're at, or what vision that you had for whatever that you're working on or towards, because this part of indecision or making a decision for something else is just going to reset. So be careful, just be mindful, be careful about where you're going. But I'm also getting the potential for something more. So you're going to know within yourself the decisions that you make, what feels right and what doesn't. Two aspects here. There are definitely new beginnings arriving for you. One, a new beginning when it comes to the action that you're taking, but also a new beginning in financial opportunity and wealth creation, okay? So whatever action that you're leading right now, Aries, or where you have been leading, there is something that I feel is going to get your attention. It's interesting because what I'm getting here, something might capture your attention while you still have the same vision. You're just looking at, is there a different way I can get there? At the same time, what this does is open up energy and opportunity for this new beginning to arrive. I don't even know if you'll end up making a decision, because I feel like whatever you've been working on will eventually take off, okay? But as part of it, you've been questioning a lot, questioning your decision making, your choices, and it's not something you've been doing out loud. This is something you've been doing within yourself, questioning, have you been making the right choices, decisions, actions, steps? And perhaps, like I said, that's where you've been going, am I good enough to really make this happen, to pull this off? Okay, so I'm just moving the camera a tad. So as part of this process, something new is arriving for you. There's no doubt about it. I think it's just, where are you taking yourself right now? And Spirit's kind of saying here, I feel like Spirit is just saying, don't deviate, don't get sucked into what if, what else. It's easy to do that, and I understand, especially in business, shiny object syndrome, choices, decisions, need to keep moving forward, need to keep moving forth, but keep taking action in what you are doing, because something is going to eventuate. But I feel like there's distraction, there's noise. Whatever is going to happen, whatever's going to take a turn, is going to turn in your favor. This was actually upside down. I didn't realize that. So, like I said, I don't read reversals. However, what this is saying here is trust in the process. You do not need to move the wheel. Allow Spirit, trust in the process of what's happening. Okay? And that's what's coming through right here for you now, Aries. Let's dive a little bit deeper. Thank you, Spirit. You've got the 8 of Emotions and then the 9 of Inspiration. So what I feel is happening here, whatever distraction, whatever was getting in the way, you move away from that, because this new beginning starts. Whatever this new beginning is for you, Aries, is something that is very powerful, very strong, and is going to move into full force. The 9 of Inspiration in this card is showing up, showing the light, but showing being a form of action taking. Okay, you are leading the way, you are leading the inspiration, you're leading the charge of whatever it is that ends up coming to fruition. It's going to be different for all of you, but there's something here that is telling you explicitly, do not waver, do not allow distraction, do not allow people to mess with your head. Stay focused. This will happen for you. Okay, so we're going to further clarify for you, Aries. Let's have a look at this Knight of Inspiration energy. Thank you. Yeah. This is saying to you, even amongst the crap, the shit, the heartache, the hard times, you are in charge. You're in control of this. You are leading this, and you need to trust in that. Okay? You really need to trust in yourself, Aries. Okay? This is pretty significant. You might even, like I said, find that someone is going to come through. I mean, I feel that Emperor energy is you, right? However, you might find that someone's coming in to try and do some boss moves. And yeah, they're coming in with some news, some information. I'm really asking you what you need to trust right now. Connect into that. This is very shifty, sharp news where it's asking you to take action and go forth. Really look into this before you make any decisions. Maybe you've already made the decision. Maybe this is some form of like, okay, I've kind of maybe been in this situation. You could be in different elements of this narrative, of this story, of this energy. Aries. So it's going to be different for everyone on what stage they are as part of this process. So some of you might be going, thank God I didn't listen to that person, or thank goodness I trusted in myself. Or yeah, I've been just confused because they're giving me all this information and just something hasn't felt right. Just trust in yourself, Aries. You're very powerful in that. No nonsense, no bullshit. But at the same time, you want something to come to life, to work, because you are a leader. You're a doer. You make things happen. But it's asking you to slow down, take a breath, don't get distracted along the path, because I feel there's some distraction here. Yeah. There's something that's being offered. Okay? There's something that's being offered. Someone, I don't know, I feel like something's trying to distract you here. Someone wants to join forces with you or wants you to join forces with them. I don't know what this is, but you're contemplating it. But with the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance, it's like whatever's happening or occurring will balance out in your favor, okay? This will balance out in your favor. But you need to trust in the process and not try and force things to happen, okay? The Ace of Inspiration with the Six of Cups. You know what this is? I feel like for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, this could be for one person, but with this Six of Cups energy and the Ace of Inspiration, I feel for some of you, you've always, and it's interesting because now I see why this goes here. You've always had someone who has believed in you, okay? I do feel this is more of a feminine energy, maybe a grandmother, a mother, and you could say, hell no. Whoever this is for you, this comes in two parts. I feel there's someone that has always kind of like, you've always had great ideas. You've always been a go-getter. You've always gone after what it is that you want. There's always been someone who has supported you, I feel. But there also could be this element that you always have to prove yourself to someone as well. So the narrative and story is going to be different for you. But don't allow a sense of having to achieve being the reason to, what's that saying? Cut your nose to spite your face is what I'm getting here, okay, Aries? So just be mindful as part of that approach. And you've got the Three of Pentacles. So in some aspect, whatever you're moving away from, you want, there could be someone that you had been listening to or who's a mentor for you, someone perhaps that you trusted in, but you've decided to seek counsel elsewhere is what I'm getting. Someone who's wiser, someone who's created before is kind of what I'm getting. And because you're trying to navigate the next step, the next path, the next journey. You're trying to be really mindful of who you're listening to, because I feel like you just feel a little bit trapped in your sense of direction. You don't have the clarity. But I love this. You've got the Ace of Materials with the King of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles has come out with that as well. So whatever, it's like, whatever guidance that you are going to get, whatever you end up moving away from, I do think it's a person that you have been listening to, you're moving away from, because you just don't feel that they're giving you what you need. And there's also some voice in the back of your head that from your past is like I said, there may have been a maternal figure of some form around you that has always said, you're great at taking action, make choices that are in alignment with your heart, what you want. They were just very wise in the way that they did it. And I feel like you're leaning into that energy a bit because you don't want to prove yourself wrong. You don't want to prove others right, but you also want to make smart decisions that are, coherent, that feel good, that feel right to who you are, that make sense to you. But sometimes making sense needs to be an internal thing, not an external thing. And I think you've realized when you really look on the outside that there just hasn't been some people that have been really in your favor. So you're kind of changing that. You're mixing that up and moving on from some past information. I think you started to figure it out, okay? Um, and whatever you end up doing here, Aries, with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles energy, I feel like it starts to take off. And big offers, big opportunities, big financial gains, but there's a lot of hard work that needs, pardon me, to start happening. And you know this with this Nine of Inspiration energy. But what can happen is that you end up just depleting yourself because you end up going so hard forward because you've been wanting this for so long. So be mindful of burnout and overworking, okay? There just feels like excess right now. Yeah. In addition to that, with this page of Wands energy, it's kind of saying to, when you're taking action towards something, try and take action from a fresh perspective. Not everything needs to be completed in one go, but take things from a fresh perspective. I think that's really important. Where you're gathering your information from, it's interesting. It's just like you may be used to doing things a certain way, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You've got insight, you've got, experience, all the things. But I feel like there's added value here from someone who has a different viewpoint that can add an additional element in towards what you're working on. Sometimes how just like the millennials or the Gen Zs, they seem to just have something that us older folk don't know because they're in it all the time. So I think there's something pretty special that can be added on as part of whatever that you're doing, okay? But with this Three of Wands energy, it is about getting focused and clear on the next chapter, the next version of what it is that you're working towards. You don't need to do it all yourself. There are people around you who are here to support your path and your journey. So when you're making those decisions, make them wisely, okay? Because if you don't, that judgment will be on you and you're going to end up burning yourself out pretty significantly. So that just comes with a little bit of foresight and forewarning on lean into those people that are around you. They're here to support you. This new path that you're on, as you move on, get through this and start seeing things really come to light. This is in support of you. This is not against you. But importantly, you don't need to control everything, and you can allow other people to support you. Just be really smart in your delegation. Be really, tactful in your approach, and be open-minded as you take action, because there are so many people here in support of you that want the same outcome. But if you cast the wrong judgment and take on too much, you're going to end up burning out, and it just won't be a good thing for you. So that's how we're kind of wrapping up. Adore you, Aries. There is a lot of exciting things happening. You are supported on this journey. So just, keep your radar open and ears up and open, eyes up and open, and trust in the process, trust in your feelings, because you are very supported here and there's a lot of great things happening. So I'm going to leave that with you. Stay well, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.